So what I'm going to do now is, firstly, I'm going to trim it out on the inside so that I can see in there. His camera is seeing sometimes more than I see, and it's scary. Now, feel it now. And it's still got little ridges in, but I'm going to work those ridges away. That's the sensitivity and the value of making pinch pots. Because your fingers start to learn to look. This is a fairly difficult shape to create. And it's difficult in the firing as well. I want for you to notice that I hold the pot. Bring my sponge on the interior, and either with this one, put it flat like a butter knife, and recompacting the clay again. And you'll see the slip come loose in a second. Okay. See that? Or you can use a plastic card. Now watch, I'm holding on the inside because I just wet this clay a little bit. You can see it. This is the most dangerous stage, if it just wiggle a little bit. The most dangerous stage. Because the clay is translucent, the cracks, if I fix them, will show up. Now this is a good time to tell you about the using a little toothpick. Here's what you do. If you have difficulty with your pot, right there, or in the bottom where you make it too thin, if you trim it too thin, or if you leave it too thick, that's probably the bigger issue, is that potters leave it too thick, and you had it before. I know, and she solved the problem completely with the tip that I'm giving you now. You, as thick as your piece is going to be, measure the rim, or more or less, and then you take just that tip. You can cut it with scissors or something, and you just take that little piece and you push it right in there on the side of your piece.
Toothpick.
Yes. And now you start trimming until you hit that little tip. Okay guys, here I'm going to the foot now, and I want to shape my foot because my pot needs to dance. So I'm going to use a rounded edge to go down there. And notice now that I start getting more happy with that piece, I can start to thin that part out. And this is not smoothed out yet because I'm going to do that on the other side. And of course you can always, at any time you can run, where is it? Your kidney over it. Just remember, every time that you're using a tool over it now, your clay becomes thinner. And I am going to wet it again, which means that the clay is going to become soft again, and I'm going to pull some slip away again. Now I'm scraping now because I want that slip to be gone. I'm starting out with this, holding my clay. Other people, and I think I mentioned it to you yesterday, they teach you to go to the 25 past and hold it like that and manipulate it like that. But because you're dealing already with a light piece of clay, hold it with one hand. It's always a good thing to start out with those pieces, with this thing. And the sharper the tool is, the better you're doing on leather hard to dry clay. Okay, the only reason why I'm going to pick this piece up now is so that I can judge or can see how much wall there is for me to work with. The purpose of the class, I'm going to use this one. And it's going right up in that rounded curve right there. Now this one's got a little sharp edge. I'm going to first watch my pinky. My pinky go there, and then I make my little mark right there. Notice that I do not hold it with two hands like this. The pinky is helping me to hold the tool tight. Okay, so now there I go. How do you get that clay to follow that direction of what you're doing? First, at this stage, I'm digging in with this so that I can get more or less the right depth. I know more or less how much clay I left at the bottom. So I dig in deep and go a little lighter as I go. Release. That's the first thing that I'm doing. Because you know about a serif blade now, and you know that your walls needs to be even, and you know that your eye need to flow when you work. And those are very crucial information.